I'm good, thank you.
Hi, hello. My name is Gonzalo. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's what time is it here? It's like 2:30-ish. Um I've been doing some homework today.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's like I'm sort of I've been doing a lot of stuff for my EP lately, like music videos and just
Mhm.
all of that stuff. So it's like now I have to be a regular person today. But yeah.
Well, it's kind of difficult to be a regular person if you are a musician and you have this
Yeah.
vibe to do music. How do you balance that?
I mean, I think it's always changing. I'm really fortunate to have this sort of different school program where I do like school in the mornings and then I'll go to the studio in the afternoon. But I mean, there are days where I just go to the there are weeks where I'll finish like some school at like 10 in the morning and then I'll just go to the studio all day because in my head it's a bigger commitment cuz it's just more important to me, and I feel like I learn a lot more from music than anything else because not only just making the music but like meeting other people through it. I mean, I'm so grateful for the experience, but yeah, it's always changing. Like it's like some days I have to do school the whole day, some days I just do music the whole day. And so I would say I'm still trying to achieve that balance. But yeah.
I, I could understand that for you, you are not in a work in the music business, but in a vocation, like a commitment. How do you feel to be listen and that the people are interested in your songs?
I mean, it's all really cool because usually when I make the songs, I don't envision them like going there, or I try not to because then like I end up putting pressure and then you don't make anything that you actually like. So it's like, especially it's interesting because we've been in the pandemic, so I haven't had that like interaction in person. So it's sort of like I put the songs out there and they just exist, and people are like taking them in and interpreting them like however they do, and it's really cool to see people just connecting with it because I never imagined it would be like this at all. So
How does the pandemic and the lockdown affected your inspiration and your creativity?
I mean, it's really changing all the time. I would say, like, because everything's sort of been like a slower pace, it's like very reflective in the music where I've been able to sort of explore and take my time with things and just sort of try out ideas, even if they don't work. But sort of just throwing things at a wall, and whatever I resonate with is whatever I come up with. But definitely just I feel like when things before, it was like I was sort of in a rushed mindset, but in a good way. It was like a good amount of pressure. So it's like a different side of that. So yeah.
Mhm. You are part of a generation that uses the social media in a very clever way to do music promotion. Not only the promotion of music and other stuff, but also to replace or to be some kind of added to the traditional media. How do you feel of this combination?
I mean, I think that it's such a powerful tool because you never like I don't think I would be where I am without social media because when I was like demoing out the songs, I would put like snippets of them on like Instagram and stuff, and I would put like a restriction on like how long I would spend on a song before, I would like let it go sort of, and it kept me on my toes. And so I think like and people like resonated with like a 1 minute like demos. So it's really just very interesting because it's like trying to communicate yourself the through a screen, and I think like with music I'm able to communicate myself, and then the social media combined with the music like allows me to reach a wider audience and let the music like speak for me. So yeah.
Tell me about the creative process of Back to the Start. How do you get to the idea and all the process to the finished product, to the finished song?
So I got the idea for the riff when I was in school, and I have like a recording. I was in my Japanese class, and I have it on my laptop, and I just got this idea and I like sang it into my phone, and then it was kind of like on loop in my brain like for that week. And at that time I was sort of like infatuated with this girl, and so I felt it like building up inside, and I was like, I kind of need to like write about this and let go of these feelings. And sort of I sat down like a few days after I had done the voice memo when I got the chance to, and I just got the idea like the song had been forming in my head. Like I kind of had an idea of where I wanted to take it. And then I sat down, started playing it, and sort of just let the music like take me where it wanted to go. I mean, the chord progression is a very like, especially in the pre-chorus, it's a very standard jazz like 2-5-1 type thing, and I played like jazz guitar at my school, and we were having a lot of concerts, so it's funny like that was like influencing me. But it was just um sort of I had all of these pieces in my head, and then I went to the studio later that week and did a demo, and I sort of just pulled everything and put it together in like 2 days. Like I finished the demo in 2 days. It was really quick. Um but then like I had the song for a while. I was playing it live. Is like going really well. Like people really liked the song when I played
Mhm.
it live. And so when I was like finishing the song with my producer Miro, it was like sort of we had started it and it was kind of like a rock song when we first like tried to attack like making it this sort of repetitive like dreamy piece. That's what we wanted. That was kind of like orchestral and sort of anthemic at the same time. So it when we first started it was very like rock, and so then we like scrapped that. We were like, no, that doesn't work. Why don't we just take what we had from the demo and sort of emphasize it? So we like combine the my like drum machine drums with like live drums, and just sort of we wanted to emphasize everything that had been there. And then we got strings, and that was like the strings and the piano really brought out the song in my opinion, because it took it from it being this like tiny bedroom pop song to this big like sort of anthem, I guess. And which was really important to me because it felt like a song that kept showing relevance in my life at the time. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So you have this kind of interest in every detail of every song, because as you were telling all the creative process, I was thinking it's like a struggle to get to the main product, to the main song, all these changes and all these little details that you are carrying off. Is this the kind of process that you made in all your music?
Yeah, it's very intense. I'm very detail oriented. Like it's all about like following your instincts for me and just making like I won't sleep. I'll be like it throws me off if I don't like something, like I'll be thinking about it all the time. So it's like it's really interesting because it's like you always want that like you want whatever you come up with in your brain to just be done like that, but you have to be really patient because if you want like you're not going to get everything you want. So I'm just patient with myself and just like it's a slow and meticulous process of figuring out what works for the song, what doesn't, and just trying things out, um
Mhm.
and just having that sort of you know, uh, intent of just what serves the song and how does this communicate what I'm feeling like effectively. But yeah, I mean, it definitely depends. Like when I'm writing, it's just very stream of consciousness. And then when I produce, it's like very detail oriented and just um focused, I guess. But yeah.
No? You were telling that you will never get everything you want. It's like a very mature judgment, a very mature choice. Are you do you consider yourself a very mature person?
I mean, I don't know. I just I try not to think about like how I come off too much because I feel like a lot of people my age think about that, and it's just I'm just like me, and I'm just gonna follow like what I think is right, and just I'm very open to growing, and I love to like learn from my experiences. I don't know. That sounds kind of cheesy, but like I really I if something's not right, I kind of have the mindset of something needs to change then. And I think that comes across in my music as well. Like if something's not right, like I'll change it. Like so yeah.
How do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh, I have no clue. I don't even know where I see myself in a year. Like everything's changing so fast.
I can understand that, and I think
Yeah.
that not very much people in this world are thinking about it the next 10 years, and I think it's good to not make it so big plans, so to enjoy the present.
Yeah, because it everything you never know what's going to get thrown at you. Like we couldn't predict like a pandemic or anything. Like it's crazy. Like everything just changes all the time, and my goal is just to adapt with it and see where it takes me and just enjoy where I'm at and like accept who I am right now.
Mhm.
But that's like a constant thing like that I'm trying to work on, and it's like it's hard sometimes. You get caught up in like what the end goal is, but you just have to take it like step by step and enjoy the moment. So yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. What's the song that you listen the most in this era, in this pandemic era?
Ooh, song that I listen to the most. I've been listening a lot to "Oh You Pretty Thing" by David Bowie a lot. That's
Mhm.
like that's become like one of my favorite songs. Like at the beginning of the pandemic, I don't think I could tell you that. Um I knew all of the lyrics to the song, but I know a lot of the lyrics to the song now. Um
Mhm.
so yeah, I mean it changes all the time. Um I was listening to this artist the other day. I just discovered her. She's an Australian rapper by the name of Takei Maidsta. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not sure. I've been bringing her up a lot because like her music blew me away because it's very detail oriented, but the songs are very like big sounding, and there's all of these little like earworms. Also this artist called Heather I've been listening to a lot. So yeah. I mean, I find new music all the time and then I forget about it sometimes and then I come back to it. It's like always changing, you know?
My time is running out, so I have one last question. What kind of advice you would give to these emerging bands that are all over the world and are struggling with this pandemic and the lockdown, and they are also thinking if they have any chance to succeed or to be known by their music and their art after the lockdown?
I would say just, you know, do what you want to do. Like with music, do what you feel is right, do what you want to do. And, you know, in the end, it's not about like this whatever success you want. It's really about like fulfilling your, you know, intention to create. And I mean, it's kind of selfish, but it's just like it's self-serving and it should make you happy. That's why people should do it. So as long as you're making yourself happy, like keep doing what you're doing, and you know, don't be too hard on yourself. Just, you know, just try your best and, you know, experiment and explore, because you don't have to show to anyone. There's so many possibilities. So yeah.
Mhm. It was a pleasure to speak with you. You make me very happy this afternoon to talk with someone so much talented.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much and have a good one.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.